Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Miss Palace Kitchen. Dong a yard, dong a Jamaica, dong a jam dong. In today's dish, I'm gonna show you how to do some ackee and broad bean. And these are the ackee. I picked them from the pod already. So I'm just going to pick them out, remove the seed. And this is called the membrane of the ackee. That's the pink part. In between the ackee, you need to pick it out. This cannot eat, you have to pick it out. Alrighty, and this is the pod, and you have to, when you're buying ackee, make sure that the pod is open like this before you buy the ackee. Alright, once you buy it open, it is good. The ackee has a gas in it that it has to release, so when the pod is open, the gas is released. Ackee is poisonous. Yes, it is. I did say that it is poisonous if it is not open on the tree. Alrighty, so soon show you the season and the broad bean. So let me just pick these. Alright, so pot of bubble for ackee. So I'm gonna season up my pot. Bombs, that are some fresh spring thyme and scallion. I'm gonna drop a few pimento berries in there. So you see, when you do your ackee like this before you boil it, it seasons the ackee, it set the tone. Yeah. So the ackee well seasoned. So I'm gonna go ahead now and add a few pimento berries, cover back my pot and allow all of that season to release in the water. Then I'm gonna dash my ackee right into it. Real Jamaican ackee, yeah. So now I'm gonna go right in and add my ackee to my pot. So I'm gonna go right ahead now. Pot boil up and bubble up and ready for ackee back in a pot. Alright, so here we go. All of that lovely ackee right in the pot. And I did add a chips of salt in it as well. So I'm gonna just cover this. In a minute or two, I'm going to take it off. I don't like when my ackee mushy, so yeah. We just make the water just go some broops and boil over it, and I eat that. Knock him right down. So this is it now, guys. I done this, you know. Yup. Lock him off right this one. We want the pod of our ackee to, we want it to be whole. We don't want it to mushy. So yeah, man, I eat this. Stay tuned for this wonderful dish. Then see what I'm gonna have it with. Jamaican ackee, natural ackee. So yes, guys, now that I have finished boil my ackee, this is the vegetable I'm about to use. And I have some broad bean over here. Some nice butter bean, but they are fresh butter beans. They are not the dry butter bean. I have scallion, a stalk of scallion. I have tomato. I have fresh springtime, onion, Scotch bonnet pepper. I'm using this vegetable thingy here. I have my pimento berries. I have my salt. I'm using some Celtic salt. I also have some black pepper, and I have my natural coconut oil over there that we are going to use. All right, so let's kick things off. So by now, guys, you know that ackee is a fruit, right? But we out of Jamaica, you commonly prepare it as a vegetable. Yeah, man. So this dish that I'm about to show you, it is a powerhouse. It has a lot of, it is highly nutritious. It has a lot of vitamin, mineral, calcium, potassium, you name it. You can find it in this dish that I'm about to prepare. And most importantly, fiber. Your body needs fiber, people. Your body needs fiber. So yeah, man, you will be getting a lot of fiber from this as well. And this is a healthy dish, right? And you know that ackee you know that ackee is a powerhouse. You want to say this is a vegan dish. Yeah, it is a vegan dish. It is. I'm not a vegan. I just try to eat healthy. You know, some of the time I make sure I try to eat healthy. And you know that the ackee is very healthy. It contains unsaturated fat. And that fat is really healthy for you. It is the ackee itself is heart healthy. It has vitamin C. It has antioxidant. Yeah, it strengthens the immune system as well, and it promotes healthy skin. So without further ado, let us just get right into this wonderful vegan healthy dish. All right, so first thing first, let's go over to the stove with my bean. I already washed them and everything. Yep. But I'm going to just add some of my natural coconut oil in the pot. You know, I not even have to allow this to really hot or anything. I'm going to just go ahead and add my beans. Let's get my bean. What I'm going to do, I'm going to just add my bean, some natural bean to the pot, and I'm going to cover it. Just cover it, turn down the stove and allow this to cook. This is not going to take any time. You know why? Because these are some natural beans. So we're going to just cover. You can smell that lovely coconut oil. I'm gonna turn down the stove really low and allow that to just steam. All right, so this is me checking in with my beans, and as you can see, I don't need to add any more oil to my pot, because what I basically do, you know, is just to turn the stove down low and just allow the beans to steam. Yeah, and that is it. So what I'm going to do now, I have already washed my seasoning, which is my onion, my tomato. So I'm adding that to the pot. I'm going to give that a good stir. I'm using a spatula. And if you can't get fresh ackee, you can go ahead and use the tin ackee. You just have to just be careful so that you don't mash it up too much, you know, you don't get it mushy. Alright, so I'm going to turn up back the stove here just a bit. So we want to just cover, allow to steam. Guys, you don't need to cover, just remove the cover. I'm actually think I'm still steaming the beans, but the beans are cooked, they are good, so no need to cover again. We just need all of that season that I just add to my bean to release all of that flavor into the bean. Alrighty, I'm gonna add the vegetable cube. So I just mash it out in my hand and I'm just sprinkling it all over. I'm gonna go ahead and add some pimento berries. You can crush them if you so desire. If you want them crushed, you can. I did not crush mine, I just add it to the pot, and we are going to just stir, incorporate that vegetable cube. You have to take into consideration when you add your ackee, you know, you can't too stir your pot because you don't want to mash it up. Worse if it's a canned ackee you are using. Smell really good. Smells so good, guys. Yeah, so what I want to do now, I want to add my lovely ackee to the pot. And remember, I did season my water before I cook this ackee here. So you know, the ackee is already flavorful. I'm gonna go ahead now and add some black pepper to my pot. Adding some scallion, and you may see parsley. I have parsley as well. I'm gonna add a little salt as well. Alright, so I'm adding a little salt all over this world. I want to drizzle all over my pot. Yeah. In with our Scotch bonnet pepper, and that's a small one. In with some springtime. And at this point, you want to cover your phone jack out of my hand. At this point, you want to cover your pot. Alright, as I say, you don't want to stir it too much because I don't like when my ackee too mushy. You can try to incorporate the ackee and the bean, because you have to do that to get in that flavor. Yeah, at this point we're gonna cover now. Make sure to use a spatula. Or just use what you have. Let's cover. Ta-da! This smells so flavorful. This is it now, guys. This is finished. Yup. I'm removing it from the stove. Wow, how healthy is this? Wow. Would you make this dish? Let me know in the comment. So guys, please remember, if you don't have the fresh ackee and the natural bean, you can use the tin ackee, and you can also use a natural broad bean. So this is very delicious. It is vegan friendly. As I mentioned before in the video, it is vegan friendly, and this is another alternative to the traditional Jamaican ackee and saltfish. This is Jamaican ackee and broad bean, and this smells really good. All right, and it pairs well with the ackee as well. Okay, so remember, if you are using the tin things like the tin bean and the tin ackee, you can saute your aromatic first before you add your bean, because remember, your bean is already cooked and your ackee, it's going to be already cooked. So you want to saute all of that to release all that flavor and everything, and then you can go ahead and add your beans and then your ackees. All right, so please remember to share the video for me, guys. Please remember to share and like. Tell a friend about Miss Polly's kitchen down here in Jamaica, the authentic Jamaican kitchen, yeah, with this little lady. All right, guys, so see what Miss Polly is going to eat this week. Stick and stay, don't go anywhere. So this is it, guys, our bulgur rice and our healthy ackee with broad bean. So I'm gonna mash up this right now, right? And I eat in this small plate to control my portion size. Yeah, that's the main reason why I always eat in a small plate, to control my portion size. So if you're having problem eating a lot of food because you're using a big plate, dash with a big plate and get a small plate and control your eating habit and your portion size. So catch you in my next video. Bye. Don't forget to share and comment. Alrighty.